All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Doing It Live, Episode 3. I'm TIMEBAT,
And I'm Bat Snacks.
and we're on our third episode. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be an excellent third
Super
episode.
excited about this episode. What is going on with you today, or this week in general?
So this week I went to a Magic draft. It's the first time I've played Magic in 10 years, and things have changed a whole lot.
Things have changed a whole lot in Magic. Have you learned about planeswalkers and all that stuff? Is that what you're
I saw one. I don't understand how they work.
And they put like little rocks on them, like little counters on them.
They used the dice when I was there.
I keep going. Oh, the dice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started playing Magic in like 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And when they showed me Planeswalkers, I had no idea what the hell was going on. It's changed a whole lot since we played.
It has. I went through the draft with the idea that, okay, I guess green creatures must still be good. They were good 10 years ago. Why wouldn't they be good now?
They're still good, right?
I took all the green creatures and some healing spells, and I got eliminated in the first round.
Well, that was
and
probably
didn't win a
because
single
you're
game.
bad. You haven't played Magic in 10 years, not because you.
I mean, I understand how things work. It's just there's mechanics called madness now, and I didn't.
Madness was always a thing.
I forgot about it.
Madness was is that the one where you like discard?
You discard a card, and as you're discarding it, you can play
That's always been a mechanic. Maybe it was an old mechanic that they recently brought back.
Yeah,
because they do that sometimes.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise, and that's what I lost.
Yeah, see, when I say I started playing Magic again 6 years ago, it means I started playing Magic 6 years ago for like 2 years, and then I stopped again.
Yeah, and
but that's
I think
usually how
probably
it goes.
Before 6 years ago, the last time you played was what, like 10 years before that?
Let's see. So I go through a lot of phases of playing Magic. I don't know why. So I started playing Magic when I was like, I don't know, like 10 years old or something like that.
It was middle school-ish area?
Well, it was a little before I met you.
Okay.
I started playing Magic, like I bought like some of the like intro ones. I remember do you remember Portal? It was like the noob starter set for Magic. It was called Portal.
I don't remember Portal.
Anyway, so you bought this set for like $50 and it came with a bunch of cards and you can like play 2-player Magic with like a friend or whatever. And so like I got into it then and I tried to play with my brother a lot. But he was like 2 years younger than me, so he had no idea what the hell was going on, right? Because I was like 10 and he was like 8, so he was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah, it probably wasn't very interesting.
So
for
I
him.
played quote unquote Magic for like, I don't know, 6 months, and it was fun, but I didn't really understand what was going on. You know, fast forward, 2 years or so, 2 or 3 years, I'm in middle school. I think you and I somehow get into it. I'm not really sure how.
I'm pretty sure you introduced the game to me, and
probably because I had the leftover cards from the old starter stuff.
I think maybe like the electricity was out, so we weren't able to play the Nintendo 64 at the time, and
so we're like, let's play Magic the Gathering instead.
And I was like, okay, we'll play this dumb card game, and we got really into it.
We got really into Magic.
We drove. We didn't drive. Our parents drove us to a tournament.
To drive then? I don't remember.
Yeah, we did. We went to a regional tournament in Orlando.
In Orlando, yeah. I remember that. How old were we? Were we like 14 or something?
I don't remember the age, but
it
happened.
Must have been like 14 or 15, something like that.
We lost really bad.
I remember, though, I beat this like little kid really well.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, and then his like dad was there, and he like congratulated me for beating his son that was like 8.
It's like, thank you for that. Now I don't have to buy him these cards anymore.
I felt real good after that. It's like, great. I beat a little kid. Woohoo.
So this week I lost to a guy that was in the Navy. I guess he just spends a lot of time on a ship without internet or electricity, and that's what they do.
A lot of Army, Navy, etc., play Magic the Gathering. Like
that's what he was saying. I guess when they're offshore,
they're bored. They don't really have internet.
You can read and you can play Magic, and
because I remember. So back to my Magic story. We played a lot when we were 13, 14, 15.
Yeah,
and then I think you stopped playing at some point.
Yeah.
And then I stopped playing too, but then my brother got into it when he turned like 13 or 14.
Okay.
Because he played Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while. You remember that stupid card game?
Oh, I remember Yu-Gi-Oh!
And then he moved, like, one of his friends that played Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, oh, Magic's really cool. And he got him into Magic. And so, like, my brother drew me back into Magic, and so I played Magic, 17, 18, 19 kind of thing again, like those couple years, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I got, like, really good at Magic. Like, I got, solid at it. Like, I had some really good decks. I think you were still into it a little, but I think you were... It's an expensive hobby,
It very.
And then I went to college and I stopped playing Magic. I mean, I played occasionally in college, but, like, not, like, hardcore or anything.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to South Florida for my first job, one of my friends was big into Magic. So he, like, got me back in again, and then I played for 2 years, and then I stopped because it's really expensive.
Yeah, it is.
And now here I am, and that was, 3 or 4 years ago, and I haven't started playing Magic again, but,
You should start.
History shows that every 3 to 4 years I will start playing Magic again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to go back for Friday Night Magic. I had fun, even though I was eliminated immediately and didn't understand anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. We played at, like, I think the golden age.
Yeah.
Magic, though. Like, when we were like 14 years old was when, like, Mirrodin came out.
Yes.
And that was a fantastic set. I just loved that. It was so broken, but it was, like, so much fun.
Yeah, all that artifact affinity stuff.
Such a good set. And I remember we would, like, try to build our own decks and be like, oh, these are really cool, and then we'd just give up and, like, Google one online.
Yeah.
And put that one together or whatever. Because that's what everyone does in, like, high-level Magic tournaments. Like, they just get,
They copy other people and maybe make small innovations of their own.
Yeah. They just, like, really small ones. Like, I remember when we went to the Orlando, I think when we went to the Orlando one, I had, like a deck that I basically got from the internet, but made, like, a bunch of modifications that was just, that was worse than the original one.
Yes.
But it was, like, my version of it, so, like, I needed to play with that one,
Also, I think I remember the actual original, like, tournament quality deck being extremely expensive, and we could not afford those cards, so we kind of had to make do with...
Yes, because... when Mirrodin came out, this is going to sound really great for our listeners. We're nerding out on old Magic cards. When Mirrodin came out, they had, like, a bunch of broken cards.
Yeah, one in particular.
And there's 2 in particular. There's Arcbound Ravager, and there was Skull Clamp.
Yeah.
I can't believe I remember this.
I remember them.
Anyway, Arcbound Ravager was like it cost 2 mana, and you could sacrifice artifacts to it and beef it up. And then once it died, you could just distribute its counters, which were what gave it, like, extra power to, like, any other creatures you wanted. So when it died, you just gave its power to something else. Yeah. And then this other card, Skull Clamp, you can attach to a creature, and if that creature died, you drew a card.
Yeah.
Which you could attach to these little creatures that could distribute their power when they died. So you just attach it to a creature, kill it off, and then throw the counter on the Arcbound Ravager. And it was super broken. And Skull Clamp was like it wasn't even a rare card, it was like an uncommon, but it was still like $10 per card. And I think the Ravager was like $20-$30 per card.
Yeah.
So I think what I ended up doing is I ended up buying 2 Ravagers, but I couldn't afford a whole set of 4. So I, like, came up with other other strategies. Yeah, exactly. So I built, like, this hybrid deck that worked pretty well, but it wasn't the perfect thing, because when you're 14 or 15 year old, like, $100 is a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, much less $300, which is
exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, that was, like, my savings. Like, I spent my savings on, like, this Magic deck, essentially. Yeah. But anyway, good times, Magic.
Very good times.
Yeah, when I got back into it when I was in my early 20s, like, it was complete. Like, it had changed, like, so much in, like, 4 years. Like, I went, like, 4 years from not playing it to playing it again, and it had changed, like, a lot because they introduced Planeswalkers, and it was like, what is all this stuff? And it really changes the game.
Yeah, they have flip cards now. There's, like, a card on each side, and it flips when things happen.
Oh, yeah.
I learned about those.
They have a lot of wacky shit now in Magic.
It's fun, though. I enjoyed my time.
No, I like Magic a lot.
It was $12 well spent for 3 hours.
I like Magic a lot. I'll go so far as to say I think Magic the Gathering, like the core game, is probably the best designed game.
Wow.
Period. I know that's a big ass thing to say.
Yeah, that's
like, if we're talking about I'm not talking about all the expansions. I'm talking about the basic core game of, the mana and the cost of the creatures and the spells and all that stuff. The basic core game, I think that is just so well designed.
I agree.
Because if you think about it, no other game could stand the test of time that Magic has unless it's super well designed at the beginning. Like the way that they made especially the way that creatures cost and spells cost.
Yeah,
like their cost and resource system is amazingly robust.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like other games, you can't extend games that much because like you can't change the cost of resources enough to like, other games, like if you have an overpowered card, then it's just overpowered and there's nothing you can do to like balance it. But in Magic, it's like, yeah, this card's overpowered, but it's really freaking expensive mana wise, so I don't know, you just balance it so well and it lends itself to expansion like no other game. Like they could make Magic cards forever, and it could still live within the core rules, which is like an insane thing to think about. Like any other game doing that, you would run out of ideas. You would run out of like balanceable ideas in like a
you can only take mechanics in other games so far
but you
reach
exactly
all the possibilities,
right? And before you reach a game that's completely broken and imbalanced. And that's not saying that Magic hasn't done some broken stuff. Like, it definitely has.
It has a long history of that.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you have to hand it to them for, like, they do broken stuff, and then they fix it, and then the game is, like, fine again. Like, people wouldn't keep playing it if it was always broken,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just, like, you got to hand it to them for that. That's crazy. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
So that was a really interesting part about my week.
Yeah, I should get back to Magic again.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. We can talk about Magic again.
And talk about strats.
I haven't played in a couple years, so I don't know all the new mechanics.
Neither do I, so
we learn together.
Yeah.
But Magic's like riding a bike, like once you know how to play it, it's just just a matter of learning the new.
Yeah, once you read all the cards in a given set, you can figure it out.
Yeah, like once you just know the new rules, like they just add a couple rules every so often, and once you know those, you can play it again, no problem. I love Magic though; it's such a good game.
Me too.
Wow, that's fun. So that was a draft then?
Yeah, I just played in a draft.
What's
Eliminated in first round.
Was it the new set or whatever?
Yeah, it was Moons of Eldritch or something. Moons over Miami.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that. They should start naming these Magic sets after Denny's menu items. The like Denver Scramble or whatever.
Yeah, Lumberjack Slam.
Lumberjack. That's a good name for a Magic set.
I'd buy that Magic set.
That sounds like a card.
That's an
instant.
Lumberjack
Slam.
That's a red instant.
It's a red and green instant.
Oh, okay.
It's dual colored. It costs one red and one green. And the art is like a big lumberjack. And he's
eating a pancake and a sausage.
And he has
slamming the table or something.
Well, I was thinking he had like an axe, But
that would probably be cooler.
Yeah. But like it deals like 3 damage to all creatures or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I like this card a lot.
I like it, but I have a feeling Lumberjack Slam is copyrighted or trademarked or something like that.
It deals 4 damage to every creature, all the opponent's creatures, but then it deals 1 damage to you.
That seems really broken.
That's it right there.
But that's it. It's the Lumberjack Slam.
But it's not that broken. It costs a red and a green.
To
this
deal
is what I'm talking.
4 damage to all their creatures.
It's both colors though. It's red and green. Okay, it deals 3 damage to all creatures and 1 damage to you.
Does it deal damage to your creatures too?
No, just their creatures.
That's so broken.
But it's 1 red and 1 green. That's like, and it's hard to get both those colors out so early.
I think most people use 2 colors.
All right, 2 damage to all creatures, all your opponent's creatures, and 1 damage to you.
2 damage to yourself too, maybe.
3 damage to all creatures and 3 damage to you.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I'm actually not a Magic balance authority. I don't know what's balanced these days.
But see, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is how good Magic is designed, because you can make cards like that balanced.
Yeah.
You know? Because you can use the mana, and you can use other things like dealing damage to you or like doing other things. And you can balance cards so well in that game. Like you can finagle all the gears, if that's like a phrase. That's not, but I just made it up. You can finagle all the gears.
There could be a card that anytime someone plays a Lumberjack card, your creatures gain protection for the turn.
So this is like a new... Like,
yeah, it's a whole new mechanic. There's a new Lumberjack race.
Mechanic?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it's like the new, like, creature type.
Yeah, it's Lumberjacks.
It's like Lumberjack. So it's like creature, human, Lumberjack. And he's like... They're all like, it's like elves, kind of, right?
Except
like,
Lumberjacks.
Yeah, but it's like elves.
Yes, or like, wolves or...
Well, not really like elves, because, like, an elf could be a Lumberjack, too. It could be, like, creature elf Lumberjack. Lumberjack is like a subtype,
Yes.
So it's like, human knight warrior, whereas warriors, they're like subtypes.
Yes.
Like Lumberjack is that. Yeah. That's good. That's really good. And that way, like, different, like, colors can be Lumberjacks, too.
Yes.
You could have a red Lumberjack and a green Lumberjack. Obviously, most Lumberjacks
probably undead Lumberjack.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, shit.
I feel like most Lumberjacks are gonna, like, be green, though? Or maybe they have, like, some green, like, they
there's
use
green, like,
color.
in the cost somewhere.
Yeah, there's green in the cost, or, like,
because they live in the forest, so you should have a
Yeah.
forest to play
So,
them.
like, the undead Lumberjack would be, like, it would be, like green, black, and, like, 2 colorless to do the undead line. And be, like, a 2/2 creature with, what's the mechanic that revives you? I forget. Regeneration.
Mm-hmm. He, like, comes from the swamp.
Yeah, undead
He's a swamp Lumberjack.
Yeah, it costs 2 green, black, and he's a 2/2 with regeneration. That can regenerate for 1 green or something.
I like it.
This is a good set right here. Like, I think we're building a new Magic set right now.
Yeah.
And it's like the Lumberjack set.
They're definitely going to take this idea off of this podcast.
I know, and they're like, we're gonna hear in like 3 months, Wizards of the Coast will be like announcing our new set, and it's like Lumberjacks. Well, it wouldn't be all Lumberjacks, right?
Our new set, Lumberjacks.
I think that's a lot for one set. Like that's too much Lumberjacks.
War of the
I
Lumberjacks.
feel like Lumberjacks would be like just a component of a set.
Yeah.
Like not like the whole set is like around Lumberjacks. It could be like a very forest focused set. Not like green. I'm talking about like just like the theme is like
Maybe it could be like
nature.
Man versus machine, like
Oh,
goblins.
like,
there could be like goblin machinists versus
and you could have what's that guy that like fights the machine in that like
there's like
story?
do you mean the folk tale?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember his
What
name.
is that guy's name? Okay, hold on. We need to figure. You know what I'm talking about?
I know
though?
who you're talking about. He uses
It's
the
like-
2 hammers and he beats the machine through the mountain.
Yes, and then he like dies or something.
It's like
It's like something
I
Bunyan.
don't know who that
no,
is,
it's not
though.
Paul Bunyan. No, it's not Paul Bunyan. It's like
there's a song about him too.
John Henry.
Yeah.
Yes, John Henry. Yeah, that's him.
I'm not sure if that's him, but I'll take your word
Yeah,
for
no,
it.
it's John Henry. He's the guy that worked on a railroad, and then they made like a steel-powered hammer that was like a robotic thing.
Yeah.
And then he like raced against it. Yeah. So he's like the legendary character
Yes.
of this set.
He's the rare.
Yeah, he's like the super legendary.
Yeah.
He's not a lumberjack though. He's like just like a working man.
Just a
You know what I
working
mean?
man trying to get by.
That's his like character. That's his creature type.
That's his flavor. Just
working
a working man.
Oh, it just says working man on the bottom. And then it's like working but no G. It's just like a
apostrophe.
It's an apostrophe.
Yeah.
Working man. And he's like, I don't know what color he would be. Probably green because that represents humanity.
He might be plains because I think he lived in the desert or something in Arizona.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. I would have to look all this stuff up. This is all stuff that we would have to research.
Yes.
He'd be like green, white colors. 3 colorless green, white. He'd be like a 4/4 creature with that could like you could like
You can
sacrifice
tap
him to like destroy an artifact creature.
Yeah, because didn't he die in that folktale?
Yeah, he did.
He died of like a heart attack when he was done or
won
something.
the race.
But he won.
But you could sacrifice him to destroy an artifact creature. Mm-hmm. See, this is a good Magic set. It's like nature versus machines.
Yes.
So it's like artifact stuff, like artifact creatures and stuff, versus like humanity and like elves and all that other shit.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like banding together to fight.
And the Lumberjacks are the warriors.
The Lumberjacks are the warriors, and then they have like working men that are like just, working hard to like have their, not let the machines steal their work and stuff.
I'm starting to see some parallels to reality,
To
maybe.
real life.
Am I seeing? Is that what I'm seeing?
No, it's not social commentary at all, even though it probably is. This is a good idea. Like, this is a good set. I feel like I could hit up Wizards of the Coast right now and be like,
just send them an email.
This is your new thing. It's called like War of the Machines or something like that.
We should do that and report back with our results.
We should send an email and the next episode we can talk about how much we were rejected.
Yes,
Wizards of the Coast.
How
that did not work
ignored.
at all. Oh, this is a good idea though. Okay, well, Magic the Gathering. See, we just have super good ideas for pretty much everything.
Everything.
If you have a good idea, if you have something that needs refreshing, something getting stale, we can fix it. We can make it better.
We'll tune it up for you.
Tune it up. Put it in John Henry and Paul Bunyan and the Lumberjacks or whatever. And all that stuff.
So, what have you been up to lately?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I've been up to some things. I watched John Wick per your request.
Did you like it?
I did like it. The premise is very silly in that movie.
Yes.
In like a good way, though. It's not like bad. It's just very silly.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be kind of just like an urban legend kind of thing. Like he's the boogeyman. He's John Wick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got that. The action scenes are really good.
Yeah, the action makes it.
I liked a surprising part I liked about the movie. Although the story was, silly.
Yes.
They did a good job of, like, the, mythology of the... I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
of him and of, like, the underworld of, crime or whatever. I don't know.
There's, like, the cleaner guy and there's the hotel.
Yeah, there's, like, the little coins they use.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It's just a fun kind of world-building thing that, like, didn't really, like, it wasn't, like, the focus of the movie. But, like, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, those were some of my favorite parts of the movie. Because
it gave more to, like, the world. It's like, oh, there's, like, this whole underground ring of assassins and stuff.
Yeah.
And they have a code and all that stuff,
Secret hotel.
Yeah. The cleaner guy and...
Those guys were so cool.
Coins and the hotel where all the assassins meet, but they're, like, not allowed to kill anyone there. You know what I mean? Like, that was all cool. I like the mythology.
Yeah, you'll have to say his name for me because I'll butcher it. But John Leguizamo. He had a brief role, but it was one of my favorite roles in the movie. He was so cool.
Good. He was good in it.
I love when he punches the guy and he calls his father.
He was like the car
VIN number swapper or something.
Mm-hmm. John Leguizamo.
Didn't
we talk about John Leguizamo recently?
He's one of my favorite actors. We probably did.
But I remember you didn't know how to say his name.
I still don't know how to say his name.
That's fine. Do it again. Try it again.
Leguizamo.
Wow, I think you did it right that time.
Yeah, see, before I was saying Leguizamo, which is probably not correct.
It'd be funny if we looked on the internet and it's actually Leguizamo and Leguizamo is completely off.
I have a feeling it was me that's wrong. I'm notoriously bad at pronunciation.
You were both wrong. We're just wrong to different degrees. Maybe I'm a little more right, but, not complete. You know what I mean? I'm less wrong, but still...
I was.
But still wrong,
Yes.
Probably. I mean, that's honestly probably what is going on with that. So yeah, I saw John Wick. And I haven't done a lot this week. I've been bored this week. I've been having nothing to do this week. There's nothing interesting going on in the world. No, there's stuff.
You guys start playing Magic.
Have you been watching the Olympics?
No.
Okay, well.
I don't have cable, and
it's the Olympics. It's exactly what you'd expect. There's athletes, and they run around, and they earn medals. and stand on podiums.
Anything funny happen in the Olympics?
I mean, it's in Brazil.
I mean, other than that, I know about that. But.
I mean, that writes its own joke, right?
Yes.
Really. I'm sorry for all the people that live in Brazil that are listening to this right now, but I mean, so that's. I mean, it's kind of a mess, but I mean, it's fine. You know, it's working. Their pools are really like weirdly colored because they like screwed up the chlorination or something. So, yeah, we won a lot of medals because we're the best nation in the world.
That's good.
You can quote me on that. America.
I agree with you.
Home of the free.
Freedom of the brave.
Home of the brave. Freedom of the press.
Men.
Home of Bruce Willis.
Home of Bruce Willis and
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Recently Jackie Chan.
Oh, right. He's an assistant now. See, we can say that we have Jackie Chan.
Yes.
Even though I think he's a dual citizen.
But he's still an American.
Yeah, I mean...
He lives here.
He's
I
Chinese,
think.
too.
Yes.
I'm sure he identifies way more with China than he does with America.
I don't know. But, yeah, I like Jackie Chan a whole lot.
We've talked about Jackie Chan before.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people.
He's a hero.
He is.
He's a national treasure.
He's my hero.
I mean, he's a national treasure probably to China more.
Obviously,
but
yeah.
He's a national treasure here, too.
Yes.
Damn it. So the Olympics, and it's just the Olympics. If you haven't seen it, like, there's no reason to talk about it. Like, you know, it's just like, oh, people are doing things well. Olympics. I think they're over now. Or maybe they have another day. I think they're over now. I think they ended, like, yesterday.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that's good. I didn't hear any, like, horrible news stories about catastrophes or anything, so that's good.
No, maybe they have one more. I don't know. I don't know how many days they have left. They've, like, there's not very many left. It's almost over, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe there's more. Okay, never mind. There's like more.
It sounds really exciting.
Oh, it ends this Sunday. Okay, so one more weekend, basically,
got it.
the Olympics. And then it's
well, maybe I'll go watch the closing ceremony somewhere or something.
I mean, no, you don't.
I probably won't.
Just watch it on the internet. There's not. It's not. It's. I'm sure we're aggravating everyone that watches the Olympics.
I'm
like,
sorry.
This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but it's just the Olympics. If you've seen one Olympics, you've seen them all.
Oh.
Did you like that? You see what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did.
Oh, God. Okay, well,
on that note, do you wanna play a game this episode?
I love playing games, so yeah, I do.
All right. So the idea that I had for this game is we could switch it up a little. Okay, I know that we already did a list, and that it was a list about movies. Mm-hmm. Well, for one, I thought we could play a game where we make a list about games, but since we didn't come prepared with our own list
about games that are based on movies.
I'm
kidding.
Could we play that? Have I played
that was a
at
joke,
least 5 games?
No, do not.
Okay, all right.
That was completely a joke.
Okay, it was a good joke. Good job.
Keep going.
Anyway,
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
We could play a game where we make a list together and combine our efforts to make one penultimate list of awesome that is...
Wouldn't it be ultimate list? Because penultimate means like one removed from ultimate.
I just said that because it's in a Philip K. Dick book.
Oh yeah, Penultimate Truth. That's a good book.
Yeah.
Have you read that one?
Yes.
Have you read the? Sorry, we're going off.
No, it's okay. No.
We're going off the deep end now.
I'm always happy to talk about.
Isn't that the second book in the? There's a series.
Yeah, it's Valis, the Penultimate Truth, and the Transmigration of Timothy Arthur.
Is that all in the same series? It's not really.
It's the Valis trilogy, I think.
Is it? Is it really though? The internet doesn't seem to think it's part of any trilogy, but I thought it was like I read them as like a thing, like 3 of them together.
There is a trilogy that was one of that were the last books he worked on. It's Valis.
I thought it was part of a trilogy thing.
No. Oh, it's Valis, the Divine Invasion.
Yeah, Divine Invasion.
And okay, I got those confused. But yeah, I did read the Penultimate Truth, too.
What the hell is this shit?
Oh,
Wikipedia is not very good at telling me about this stuff.
Yeah, Wikipedia as a whole is a good thing, though. I
feel like Wikipedia. Okay, here it is. Finally, I found it. Yeah, it's the Valis trilogy.
Yeah,
which is the Valis, the Divine Invasion. Okay, so Penultimate Truth isn't even in there. I just thought it was for some reason.
It sounds really similar to the second book in the Valis trilogy.
Maybe I think like the plot line is similar in that one. if I remember correctly.
The plot in The Divine Invasion is really crazy and kind of
No, The Divine Invasion is like a really underrated Philip K. Dick book.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane. Doesn't like God die and he's in like the Atlantic Ocean or something like
yes,
that?
and it's supposedly based on real events.
Yes, it's so batshit crazy.
Yes.
It's I never hear people talking about that one, but that one's really weird and really good.
The whole Valis trilogy is a little bonkers.
I mean, it gets really bonkers because he was like, on acid and like
amongst other things,
out of his mind at that point. But it was good.
It was good.
I like the Valis trilogy because it was so wacky.
Yeah,
doodle.
And because I'm pretty sure he thought he was writing about real things.
And Valis was the one where like there's a satellite and it like beams down like shit or whatever.
Yeah, it beams like enlightenment into his head, and he goes off on a search to find the Messiah. And like Rush is there for some reason. And
Rush?
Yes, I mean they don't.
Like
they don't.
Band?
Yeah, they don't say it's Rush, but it's Rush.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember that part, but maybe I didn't get it.
Or maybe it's Bowie. It's either Rush or Bowie.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Philip K. Dick books, they're real good, and anyone listening to this should check them out immediately.
Transmigration of Timothy Archer is a messed up book, too.
Yeah, that one, I don't think he finished. His wife, I think, published that posthumously for him.
No, that's the Owl in the Daylight.
Okay, alright, no, yeah, you're right.
Well, no, apparently on Wikipedia, Transmigration of Timothy Archer was published after his death, but he did finish. It looks like he finished it.
I think finish might be kind of in quotation marks.
Yeah. The Owl in the Daylight was the book he was planning to write that was going to be the final chapter of the Valis trilogy. But I think people use the Transmigration of Timothy Archer as like the other, like the pseudo side part of I don't know if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
I don't know. He got really weird at the end there.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
And then he died, and
it's not like
it was really
weird.
Good.
It's not like he wasn't weird earlier.
Yeah.
It's just like he got even weirder. I feel like that happens to every science fiction author though, right? Like they start out semi-normal, and then they just get weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. And in Philip K. Dick's case, he started out his normal was already weird, so he like got just even more weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like what's his face?
Heinlein.
Okay. Started, with pop science fiction.
Yeah.
With like Starship Troopers and stuff, and then he got to like weirder stuff with Stranger in Strangeland, which isn't that weird, but it was like weirder. And then by the end of his career, he had this like wackadoodle like trilogy. Well, it was more than a trilogy. It was like a big, series of books about like a guy that like is infinite years old or whatever, and he like travels the universe and he like changes history and stuff, and it's just really really weird. And I feel like that happens to all science fiction.
I haven't read that, and I should.
It's good. It's trying to remember the name of the guy. One of the books is like A Cat Who Walks Through Walls is one of them. I'm trying to remember the other one. Lazarus Long, that's the guy. That's the
That's
guy.
a cool title.
No, Lazarus Long's the guy.
Oh, okay. He's a cool
He's
name.
really, really old. Yeah. He's like 900 years old or something like that. And he like goes through Earth or whatever. Anyway, he wrote like a bunch of books featuring that character. And they were all really, really weird. And early Heinlein was not normal, but it was like, Starship Troopers isn't like a strange science fiction book. It's just a good one, But then at the end of his career, he's like, let's go crazy, So, I like that about science fiction, though.
Me too.
Philip K. Dick did the same thing, but he just went he went off the deep end.
Yeah.
He just went all out.
Yes.
We should have a segment on Philip K. Dick.
Every single week.
Every week we should talk about a new Philip K. Dick.
We should have Philip K. Dick book club.
What's your favorite Philip K. Dick book? Let's talk about that.
Ubik.
Ubik?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Ubik's, I think, his best one.
I read Ubik, it was like the second one I read, so like I didn't completely appreciate his writing style yet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I need to like go back. I remember the plot vaguely, because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is.
Like, that's probably his most multifaceted book. You know what I mean?
There's a whole lot going on in that book.
Like, there's like a new idea every like paragraph.
That's why I like that book so much.
No, I like it a lot too. But like what I mean is like I read it when I was like 16 or 17, and it was like only the second book I ever read by him, so I didn't really appreciate it as much as I could. So I need to go back and read it, but I really liked it.
Yeah.
I think right now my favorite is. I don't know. It's probably a tie between Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Sleep?
I love that book.
Sheep.
Yeah.
And have you read Flow My Tears, The Policeman Said?
Yeah, that one's real good.
I like that one a lot, too.
Yeah.
That one's more trippy than his other ones. I mean, all of them are trippy.
Those are all top 5 for me, definitely. Yeah. I also really like A Scanner Darkly.
I was about to say, Scanner Darkly and Flow My Tears are like both his like two like
those are his most
kind of trippy, introspective kind of books. You know what I mean? They're very existential. Like they're like paranoid, trippy, existential. You know, they're very character driven.
Yeah.
Whereas other ones are more like high concept. I don't know if that makes sense. So, anyway. Another good one that is not very like it's not really talked about a lot is Now Wait for Last Year. Have you read that one?
No.
Okay, that one's really good. It's a time travel one, and it has all the good Philip K. Dick stuff. It's like you take drugs and then you tell your time travel.
Yes, I mean because of course.
So it's like just read. Like I mean, what more do I have to say about it than that, right?
Wait, no, I think I did read that one. Is that the one where the main character travels to like South America or something, and they're like, "Hey, I got this really cool new drug. It's called whatever. It's like a number or something." Is that one?
That describes like half of all the Philip K. Dick books.
I got this awesome new drug. It makes you time travel.
I mean, that's like the plot of like half of Philip. Like,
yeah.
I got this really cool drug. You should take it, and then he does, and then something really crazy.
Something
happens.
Terrible happens.
That's like every book.
Yeah, that's so definitely a Scanner Darkly.
If that's that's like a lot of his books. I don't remember if that's what happens.
I wasn't specific enough with the drug or what happens. Or...
Now Wait for Last Year has, he's like the main character's like an antique collector, but he collects antiques from like the world before, so like the 1900s or something.
Okay, I definitely didn't read that one.
Yeah, his boss is like one of the guys that makes the drug or something, and he gets in like this big.
So is antique collecting just his hobby? He just like...
That's what he does for a career.
Okay.
Yeah.
He sells antiques from another world.
Well, not another world, but like the previous century or whatever.
That's a cool idea for a book.
And then his boss is obsessed with antiques, so he like travels back in time with the drug or whatever. I don't remember all the details, but it's just a fun, weird book. It gets really, really weird. I think the ending's really depressing, but I mean...
As with all of them.
That's usually how it works, right?
Yes.
Whatever. That's fine. It's fine.
I mean,
anyway.
Actually, the end of Ubik was, even though it was really, really depressing, the bad guy did get what was coming to him.
That's true. So, I mean, it was kind of... It was
very depressing, but there was nice closure, retribution or something.
Yeah. I think it was, it had a nice, and like the ending was like, okay, you felt,
At the end of the book, I remember going, oh, shit! Like,
I mean, I did that at the end of every book
that
he's ever written, mostly.
No, but even like at the very last page, there was just a big bomb, and it was like, oh, God, yes!
I'm reading the Wikipedia page for Now Wait for Last Year, and I realized, like, there's all this shit that I didn't even, like, say. But that's fine.
Oh, well.
There's a lot of stuff, and I apparently don't remember any of it. But it's fine. It's a good book.
It's
so you
good.
should read it. Anyway, it's not that long. All right. Anyway, moving on from Philip K. Dick. We'll talk about him every episode, right? From now on, just like we'll have a...
Yeah, let's do a book club.
A sequence.
We'll reread his books, every single one of them.
I should reread Ubik. That's the one I really want to reread.
Okay. I would
really
reread that book.
You know what I haven't... I'm trying to remember the one... There's a really famous one I haven't read, and I don't remember which one it is.
His really famous ones are... You've read The Man in the High Castle.
Yeah.
Martian Time Slip, maybe?
No, I haven't read that one. That one's one of his early ones, right?
Yeah, it was.
Is that a good one?
It's not one of his better ones.
It was earlier in it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's about his understanding of autism, which is wrong, but is really cool at the same time.
Fair enough.
Philip K. Dick invents a cure for autism in his book that I'm pretty sure he thinks would work in real life, but
it doesn't.
Yeah, and his explanation for autism is really good and wrong and
really good, like as really is in really bad.
As in, he put a lot of thought into it.
Good.
But it's just not right.
What
anyway, that one, and then the 3 Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch. That one's also, I think, pretty big.
I have not read that one. No.
Yeah. That one's another existential horror kind of.
That one sounds good.
It's very depressing.
I've heard good things about that one.
There was a story where he walked into his friend's house and his friend was like crying on the floor because holding a copy of that book going, "Why would you write this?"
Oh God. That's sad.
That's really sad. The friend was probably on drugs. It was probably drug-related crying, but still, it's a sad story.
That sounds sad.
Anyway.
Yeah!
You want to make a list in this episode?
That was depressing. It's like his friend was crying on drugs.
And
he died. And then everyone
died.
The universe exploded. That was the end of it. That's the end of every Philip K. Dick.
Yep.
Someone's crying in the street on drugs.
On drugs, and they die.
And then the universe dies.
Yes.
Well, their universe dies. Ooh.
No.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did.
Like his universe. His own...
Yes, I got it.
His own universe. All right, let's move on. You're like, yes, I know what you're talking about. His own inner universe.
Oh.
Dies. That was deep.
That was deep.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry I derailed your game.
It's okay. We have to make a list.
Okay, go on.
Let's
what are we
go
listing?
All right, so I don't have a category yet, but we should decide on one.
I have a couple.
All right. What do you have in mind?
We could do video games.
Yeah, we did a movie in episode 1.
Games.
Or not one
video
movie,
games.
but we did a list of action movies.
We did one movie.
No, just one.
We did one movie that we listed 10 times. Yeah, it was good. The Matrix.
We just talked about The Matrix for an hour and 30 minutes.
It was, yeah.
You should go back and listen to it.
It was as long as the movie.
Yes.
You could watch the movie instead of listening to us talk about it. That's fine. We could do video games.
Let's do it. I like games.
Say it like that. What do you want to do? Okay, so you've got the obvious ones that are like, okay, this is the best game ever. You know, that's kind of, I mean, that's been done.
Let's just do the best game ever.
The Biscuits.
What the biscuit game ever?
The Biscuit game. Sounds like a good game.
I'd play it.
The Biscuit game. You make biscuits.
What even is how do you define the best game ever? What does that even mean?
Ooh, I mean, that's a philosophical question.
Yes, it is.
I would define the best game ever as the game that you have had the most enjoyment with, but also holds up to critical consensus.
What's more important, your enjoyment or the critics?
Can I say that, doesn't that definition I just said sound like something I wrote before this podcast?
Yes. It sounds like you had the answer to that.
That just came out of my head.
Yes. And the question I asked you was actually not prepared.
Yes, what's more important? That's a good question.
So what does it mean?
I would say they're like 50-50.
So it's...
I think you have to consider both.
You say the most enjoyment, but some of my favorite games, I didn't have fun while playing, but you know what I mean? I still think they're amazing games. Like, the emotions I felt were not fun when I played them.
I think I see what you mean. So
like, Silent Hill is not a fun game to play.
I mean, okay, I think I see what you're saying.
Yes.
What do you mean exactly? Like, you don't...
Well, a lot of games that I like playing make me feel scared or depressed.
You're not necessarily enjoying them.
Yes, but they're impacting me.
You admit that they're good.
Yes.
So you got like a Requiem for a Dream kind of situation going on right here. Is what you mean. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. So like they're good, but you're not necessarily enjoying yourself.
Which sounds weird, but
That doesn't sound like a good game to me, Ryan.
that sounds like a fun game to me.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's like when you watch a movie that's like not a fun movie to watch, but afterwards you're like, wow, that was really good.
Yes, it was very...
Okay, well, I would still consider that good. I mean, I guess, we can define enjoyment by, like, how much of an impact did it have on you,
I think that's a good...
Impactful.
I think all of these are good qualifiers for best game.
Yeah.
Enjoyment, impact,
Like,
critical.
if you, like, either the best game you like, the most enjoyable gaming experience you had, or a gaming experience that was most impactful to you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, not necessarily it made you enjoy it, but it made you feel something
Yes.
that other games don't, make you feel, I guess you could say. So, like, Silent Hill is a good example.
And I think that maybe also has to do with how it makes other people feel. So the critical reception as well, because I think you enjoy a game more when other people around you also have the same experience as you with the game.
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting because I think people build expectations based on outward criticisms.
Yes.
So they're like they may enjoy something less or more based on what other people
Have said about the game.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing because I feel like that's a lot of reason why people like old games better, like when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't pay attention to reviews and criticisms as much.
Yeah, I think that's...
So they just went in fresh and enjoyed.
Your mom bought you a copy of
right of whatever, and you're like, I don't know if this is good, and then you play it, and then you're like, oh, this is really good. And, it's separated from the criticism of the day. Mm-hmm. And then when you grow up, you find out, like, oh, this is a really well-received game or whatever.
Or maybe it wasn't.
A good example is, like, Ocarina of Time or something like that, or Final Fantasy VII, Like, when I played those, I didn't know they were, like, highly, received as, like, best games.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, I see that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, it's almost like, that improved my reception of them because I didn't have these lofty expectations going in,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Something to consider. All right, but yeah, I mean, I think all those things we can define. So, like, you got enjoyment, impact on you, and then you have to consider, like, did other people like it?
Yeah.
Like, you can't... Like, you can pick a game, I guess, that you liked a lot, but no one else liked. But then I don't know if it would qualify as best game ever, because no one else liked it but you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
As much as you like that game, That's my opinion.
So I think
let's go with that.
I think we do have to do best game ever now, since we've talked as much as we have about what the definition and philosophy of...
We philosophize
Yes.
about it. We have philosophized.
So should we start at number 1 and work our way down?
Well, first off, how many should we do? Top 5?
Yeah, 5.
I think top 5 is good. Top 10 is like really long.
Yeah, if we do top 10, we'll be here for 5 hours.
I think we should do... I think we should just throw out 5, and then we can order them afterwards.
Okay.
Because then we don't have to think of, like, oh, is that one better than blah, blah, blah? Like, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so what let's throw out some...
All right, some ones that maybe stuff. Just jump out at me immediately.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger.
That's a good one.
StarCraft.
Now, these
Brood
don't all
War.
have to be in top 5. We can, like, move... Like, we could be like, oh, StarCraft's not really 5, but I'm writing it down.
Yeah. Let's think of genres. As far as first-person shooter goes, maybe Doom.
Doom, yeah, that's good. Doom's good.
Maybe
Chrono Trigger is probably the best for RPGs, but there's a lot of other RPGs that are very good.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII comes to mind, but can you really have 2 RPGs on the top 5 list?
I think we should write them down, and
okay.
we can decide.
So maybe Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, Doom. Mm-hmm. I really liked Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Me too. I agree. That's a very good game.
I mean, people still play that game competitively for hours and hours and hours.
I've watched it.
Yeah, I
watched Evo this year.
Yeah,
a lot of people. I think they had more.
More than ever.
Well,
even.
Yeah, they had that's the biggest melee in history. So, I mean, the game's super strong after, 10, 15 years, however long it's been out.
Yeah, people like that game.
It's a really good game. I would put, I don't know, one of the Metal Gears down. I don't know which one, though.
Yeah, that's a tough choice.
I like the series a lot.
What about Metal Gear Solid? I kind of stopped playing them after 2.
My favorite's 3, but I think 2 and 1 are the, I don't know. I think for people that really like the series, 3 is their favorite. Mm-hmm. But I think for people that just played the games and aren't super fans of the series, then 2 or 1 are probably their favorites. So I don't know. One of those, we can decide which one.
Yeah, put down 3 and 2.
Okay. What else? I'm trying to think of another. What are fighting games?
Fighting games?
Yeah, like Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, Tekken.
I think those are tricky because...
I mean, we already have one. We have Smash Brothers.
It's not necessarily a traditional fighter.
It's not a traditional fighter game, no. But,
well, when I was a kid, I really enjoyed Mortal Kombat on the Genesis.
Right. Is that really best game ever?
Was it really? Yeah.
I don't know about
I don't know if Mortal Kombat for the Sega Genesis is best game ever.
Yeah,
what about platformers?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
You got to have a platformer.
We got to have Mario on there somewhere.
What is the best Mario game?
That
is a list on its own.
That is another
that's
2
the question, isn't it?
Podcast right there, right? Best Mario game.
Super Mario Brothers 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
I think 3 is the most universally liked.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will disagree that is really, really good.
Yeah.
I think people will say, oh, I like World better, or I like the first one better, or I like, I don't know, Galaxy better, or whatever, or 64 better, or whatever. I think, people have different opinions of what's the best, but I think in general, 3 is the most agreed upon.
Yes.
That it's really good by everyone. So yeah, I would say 3.
Super Mario Brothers 3. Is Sonic top 5 games ever material?
Have you played Sonic lately? Again?
No, not lately.
If you go back and play Sonics, they're not that good.
I don't know. I have played Sonic 2 semi-recently.
Yeah, okay.
I still enjoy it, but that's...
We can put it down. We can put Sonic 2 down.
Yeah.
Or Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
No, I like Sonic 2 the best.
Sonic 2?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that is definitely the best Sonic game.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking if it's top 5. But I feel like, we'll put them all down and we'll call it later,
Yeah.
What about Zelda? I mean, we have to have Zelda.
Right. I haven't played a whole bunch of the Zeldas.
Well, I mean, Ocarina of Time is generally considered the best Zelda.
Yes.
Universally. It's not my favorite, but I think...
What's your favorite Zelda game?
It's kind of a Super Mario 3 situation,
yeah.
if you know what I mean. My favorite Zelda game would be Wind Waker, probably.
Did not play it.
GameCube, super good. But I think the best made one is Ocarina. It's just the most fun. Well, not fun. It's just the most, I don't know.
Probably the most innovative, too.
High quality one. I mean, if we're talking about innovative games, like games that innovated and games that are very influential, I think Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Doom are the 3 most influential games, probably of all time. Maybe I'd also consider Tetris to be in there too, but
yeah,
those are they defined whole genres.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's kind of, but anyway, so I think we should put maybe Ocarina on there.
Yeah,
because it was universally loved. Half-Life, good one. 1 or 2?
1 for sure.
I mean, I agree, but I was just making sure.
Yeah.
What about Metroid?
I was thinking about that next.
Which Metroid?
What do you pick? I think Super Metroid.
Super,
yep.
And I like Metroid Prime though. I like both of them.
I really like Metroid Prime, but Super Metroid. You have to. I mean, that was on the Super Nintendo.
I know it was on the Super Nintendo.
That's crazy.
I'm replaying that right now, and it's kind of, it's mind-boggling how ahead of its time it is. You know what I mean? It was made in 1995 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing that right now. I'm like, how did they do this back then? I don't understand how they did it.
Yeah.
The level design in that game is unreal. It's literally unreal. Like, I don't know how they planned the level design in that game, because everything connects, and somehow it just, like, the map makes sense even after you, like, go back, backtrack and, like, find a new,
Yeah.
like, it all makes sense somehow,
Yeah.
I just don't know how they did it. I really don't.
Speaking of Metroid, Castlevania, maybe?
Yes, which Castlevania?
Symphony of the Night. Probably.
Symphony of the Night. I never beat Symphony of the Night.
Neither did I. But I really liked it.
It gets kind of hard.
Yeah.
In the end. If you don't have the right equipment. If you have the right equipment, it's kind of a breeze.
If your name is not Rom Scout, it's a pretty hard game.
It's a hard game, period,
yeah.
I think. But, I mean, if you know the right items, you can do it really easily. But that's another thing. So, yeah, Symphony of the Night, probably good call. I'm trying to think of other... I can't think of a lot of other ones. I mean, I could say, like, Civ might be in there, one of the Civ games. I'm not a huge fan, but, like, I don't know, I could see that.
I think StarCraft is objectively better as a strategy game.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you there. Mario Kart. Now, see, that's not one of the best games ever, but probably.
I really enjoyed it a whole heck of a lot.
I mean, I love all those games. Are just so fun. Like, if we're talking about games, like on a pure, like, this is the most fun I've ever had playing a video game. Like
Mario Kart's on there.
Mario Kart probably is.
Maybe even Mario Party and Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis is really good.
Yeah.
I don't think we can objectively say Mario Party is a good game. I mean, it's a good game, but it's not like, you know what I mean?
It's not a good game.
I mean, it's a good game, but it's not like, wow, that Mario Party, that should win an Oscar for video games. That should win an Oscar for video games. The Goscar. I don't know.
Goscar.
Yeah. I don't know. Mario Kart is one of those series that, like, I admit that it's probably not, like, best game ever material, but, like, from it, like I said, from a completely, like, fun factor.
Yeah.
It's, like, probably really, really high.
As far as a game being designed to give the most enjoyment possible and be very easy to get into, low entry level
and, like, instant fun. Like, Mario Kart is, like, way the hell up there on the top. Like, really, like, especially for, like, a multiplayer game. So. But I don't know if I'd consider it a top 5 best games ever.
Is there a MMORPG that deserves to be on this list?
See, if I was a big MMO guy, I would say, yeah, of course. But as a person that doesn't really play... I mean, I played Warcraft for a while. And I played Guild Wars for a little while. And I played, a couple other ones in the late 90s, early 2000s for a while. But, like, none of them were like, oh my god, that game is amazing. It was like, oh, this is a good way to waste my time.
Also, I mean, I agree with you, but I think a lot of the fun in online games is not necessarily the game, but the social interactions.
It's the community.
Yeah, it's the community and social aspect.
Yeah,
and that's not a game.
It's not the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I think something can be said for, like, if this game fosters a good social community that you have a lot of fun with, then the game is good because it's doing that.
Yes.
But if you just took out the social component, like, would the game be as fun?
Or would the game be fun at all?
Yeah, at all. And then, like, you can get, like, maybe not. Like, Mario Kart is another good example. Like, it's not nearly as fun without people to play it with.
That's true.
But at the same time, like, when you're playing with someone in Mario Kart, you're not just enjoying the social interaction you're having with the person. You're legitimately enjoying the game experience.
It is the game.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you're having fun playing the game, and you're also having fun trash-talking your opponent, at the same time.
Yes.
Whereas, like, maybe in Warcraft, like, you're having... The game is, like, the medium to have fun through social commentary. But, like, the game itself might not be, like, as fun.
Yeah, I'm not... It makes sense to me. I'm not much of an MMORPG person.
I think a lot of people would say, like, WoW is, like, up there for, like, their favorite games of all time.
But to that, I would say that this list takes into consideration our personal biases and
That's right.
enjoyments of games.
I'm going to write it down, and it'll be one of the first ones we cross off the list.
Yes, write it down.
When we call.
Write it down so that we can get rid of it.
So is there any other ones? Are there any other games that you want to like put on this? I can read you what we have.
Put on Silent Hill 2.
Oh, that's very good.
Because survival horror.
What about Resident Evil?
It's a different kind of survival horror.
I know. I'm just saying. Like a lot of people consider Resident Evil to be very good.
It's not on my top 5 list.
Too. It's not on mine either.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil is an interesting series because everyone has a different favorite.
Yes.
Like there's not just like everyone likes this one the best. Like Silent Hill, everyone likes 2 the best.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, most people like 7, 6.
Unless you're me.
Unless you like 8 the best, which is the worst one, but whatever. We can talk about it in a separate episode.
Speaking of that, put down 8.
No, I'm not putting. If we're putting down 8, I'm putting down 9.
Okay, all right, I'll take that.
Both down. I'm gonna cross that one out first.
Okay, fine.
Freaking worst game I've ever played.
It's a good game.
I have a lot of good memories from 8, but not like good and like this game is fun. Like good and like this game is fucking weird, man. Anyway, so I mean, Resident Evil is interesting because everyone has a different favorite.
Yeah, I liked 4 on the GameCube a whole bunch.
A lot of people, when 4 came out, most people considered, this is the best one.
Yeah.
But as the years passed, people like got nostalgic for the earlier ones.
Yeah.
Like, the first one's the best, or 2's the best, or some weirdos think 3's the best with Nemesis. Some people think Code Veronica's the best. You know what I mean? So like, everyone has a different favorite. So that would be a hard one to put down because I don't know which one we'd choose. Probably 4 because I think it's most critically acclaimed. Mm-hmm. So I'll put that down.
Yeah.
Resi 4. That's also my favorite Resident Evil for sure. All right.
Did we miss any whole genres?
I feel like we missed some big thing, but I can't think.
Puzzle games?
I think Tetris deserves.
Yeah, Tetris needs to be on there.
I don't know if it'll make top 5, but Tetris needs to be. I mean, Tetris is just. I mean, it's the game.
Yeah. Gaming wasn't an adult hobby, maybe, or that's not right. But
I don't know if I would say that. I think Tetris made games into something more than just. I don't know. I think it's hard to explain. Tetris is just very influential.
Did you see the Tetris documentary?
I did not. No.
It's like on Tetris and Russia and the people that made it and stuff. It's a real good documentary. You should see it.
I need to see that.
Yeah, it's super good.
Tetris is like the chess of video games.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
It makes sense to me.
So, I mean, it deserves to be on.
It's in every generation of games in pretty much the same form as the original Tetris, and people still enjoy it.
Its original form stands the test of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you don't go back and play Tetris and like, this is a dated
This
game.
is my favorite Tetris.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't go back to the original Game Boy Tetris and you're like, this game sucks, it's so old. Like, it's still fun because it's the same thing, Like, the base game is just really good. It's one of those timeless games. Okay. And I mean, I guess you could say like Pac-Man, but like, I like Pac-Man a lot, but I don't think it's top 5.
Yeah.
But I respect Pac-Man a lot because I think it's very influential in the history of video games.
Other than that, I mean, there are games that I like a whole lot, but
We'll just throw them out.
Ikaruga, I like a whole lot.
I don't think anyone would ever put that in a top 5 list, but let's put
I
it
wouldn't
down.
either, honestly.
Ikaruga.
But it's a game I keep coming back to.
Ikaruga.
There's only.
I mean, I like Ikaruga a lot.
There's only 6 levels, and.
Yeah. No, gotcha.
Yeah.
What about like BioShock?
I liked the original BioShock. I think it has maybe the best intro in a video game ever.
I might agree with that. Well, actually, no, I don't agree with that. I think Metal Gear Solid 2 is the best intro in a video game ever. But
yeah.
But I agree. BioShock
has
is
a
really, really
one.
good. I'm just looking, at popular video games.
Yeah. What are some other lists saying? Did we miss any from any popular
Dark
lists?
Souls is popular on there.
I
So.
I don't know.
I don't know
about that.
I like Dark Souls a lot, but I wouldn't consider it top 5.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that would. I mean, there are some adamant fans of that series.
As there should be.
As there should be, and nothing wrong with that. I love the Dark Souls series. I don't know if I'd put it on the top 5. But I think the people that love it a lot, like, they're fans, like, they love it, like, a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really well loved by the people that like it. I think we're good. I don't know. I mean, the only ones we're missing are, like, stuff in a series that I would, like, put on over other ones. Like, we said Super Mario, like, 3, you know, like, I would argue, like, okay, I like Super Mario World better. I like 64, maybe a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, same with, like, Final Fantasy. Like, I know you like 8 better than 7, but, like, and I like 9 better than both of them. But, you know, some people like 6, but I think 7 is the most critically, you know.
I would agree that 7 is probably, I don't want to say objectively the best, but
I don't think it's objectively the best.
It's a real good one.
I think it's the most
influential, maybe too.
It's definitely the most influential.
The biggest impact on the series.
It's definitely the most influential.
Yeah.
Because it changed. It made RPGs a cool genre.
Yeah.
Before Final Fantasy VII, RPGs were like a nerd genre. I mean, and they still were for a while after it, but like, it made people that didn't have any idea what an RPG was like RPGs. Like, it made me like RPGs. I didn't know what an RPG was before Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
You know, other than, you know, a Western version of an RPG like Dungeons and Dragons, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what, like, a Japanese RPG was before Final Fantasy VII, so. And then, like, another one's like Metroid Prime. I like that really a lot, but, like, I can't put that on because Super Metroid's on there.
Yes.
Same with Zelda, and there's a lot of good Zeldas, but I think Ocarina deserves to be in there. And then, here's Fallout. What about Fallout?
Ooh, New Vegas was my favorite Fallout.
I agree.
I like it a whole bunch. I don't know if it's top 5. It might be top 10.
Yeah, I think it might be top 10. I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I think we're good.
Diablo 2.
Diablo 2. Yeah, that deserves to be in there.
Not top 5, but.
I mean, I'll put it on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. We got enough.
All right. What do we have?
We have a lot. We have too many.
How many?
We have Chrono Trigger, StarCraft, Doom, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, Super Smash, Metal Gear Solid something, Super Mario 3, Sonic 2, Ocarina of Time, Half-Life, Ikaruga, Dark Souls, Super Mario 64, Tetris, Super Metroid, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Mario Kart something. I cannot read my handwriting on this one. World of Warcraft, Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 4, and Fallout 3. It's a lot of things.
So which ones are the best ones?
Well, I'm going to eliminate some right off the bat.
Okay.
What are you going to eliminate? Why don't you eliminate?
I'll eliminate one of the ones I added, Ikaruga. I know it's not top 5 material.
It's like a cheating elimination. Like, you're not even,
Yeah.
you're not even trying at that one. Here, let me...
Let's do a back and forth system. I'll eliminate one,
good.
you eliminate one.
All
right, your turn.
That's good. I will eliminate... I'll eliminate World of Warcraft. That's another cheating elimination.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'm allowed to do that.
What other one stuck out at me is definitely not top 5.
We should have put this in like a Google Doc instead of me writing it on a piece of paper.
It's fine. I have a.
That's how smart I am.
I have a really bad memory, and we'll just roll with it.
I'll just write it down on the thing.
I don't think Mario Kart is on the top 5 best games of all time list.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Mario Kart, even though I love Mario Kart. So I'm eliminating Sonic 2. I know you like Sonic 2, but no.
It's okay.
No Sonic 2.
No Sonic 2 for me.
Are you seeing this list I'm typing out? Look at this. Look at this list.
Where are you typing?
In the
Google
thing?
Okay, 1 second. I had it.
You're screwing everything up.
I ruined it. It's dead. Okay, you'll have to link it to me. Thanks.
God damn it, you're screwing this whole podcast
I am the worst person.
Our listeners are tuning out right now because of you.
We're losing viewers. I'm sorry.
We're hemorrhaging listeners, not viewers. We don't know.
Hemorrhaging. Sorry, Twitch.
You don't watch a podcast. You listen to it. I don't know what I want to eliminate.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Resi 4. You know what Resi 4 means?
No, wait. No, you did Sonic. It's my turn.
Oh, I did Sonic, yeah.
I'm going to take yours. I'm eliminating Resident Evil.
There's the list.
All right.
You're eliminating Resident Evil?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just delete it from the list.
Okay.
Are you seeing the list?
Yeah,
Are you viewing it now?
I see it now.
I'm going to eliminate... Ooh, I don't know what I want. This is tough. I'm going to eliminate Dark Souls.
Oh, you cheater.
I'm not a cheater. That's why I eliminated. You're a cheater. Should I have New Vegas instead of 3?
Yes, definitely.
I think people like 3 more than New Vegas, though.
But
not you and me, right? Not you and
New
me.
Vegas is the best one. I don't care what anyone says. They're wrong.
I agree.
Symphony of the Night is going.
Yeah, good call. I can't believe I haven't eliminated Final Fantasy 8 yet. That was like the first one I should have. I said I was going to eliminate it first, and I didn't do it.
Oh, well, take that. I'm eliminating. I'm taking 9.
Damn it. You thought FF8 was going to slip through.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I wasn't going to say anything.
And we'd get to the top 5, and I'd be like, how did Final Fantasy 8
we would get to 6, and it would be my pick, and then
and then you'd like eliminate one of my favorite. You'd like eliminate Chrono Trigger over it or something, and then it would be in the top 5. And then we'd have like an awful list of like no Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 8
with Squall.
The best game ever made. Okay, I'm gonna eliminate Diablo 2.
Okay. All right, it's starting to get real.
Ooh, Metal Gear Solid 2. I spelled it wrong.
That's the Chinese knockoff version.
Are we agreeing it's 2 or 3?
I will let you choose which one, since you're.
I think I like 3 better, and I think the fans of the series like it better. But I think 2 is the most well received critically of all the games, if that makes sense.
I can respect that.
Because like when 2 came out, it was like a big event.
Yes.
You know, like that was one of the biggest things in gaming.
We used to run around the grocery store pretending to be Snake, and
I like. Do you remember the trailer for Metal Gear Solid 2?
Yes.
Like that changed video games. Like it was like, what is this? This is so crazy. You know, it looks so real.
There was real life seeming footage in it. It was like, wait, is this real?
It was an insane game,
yes.
And like people hate on it because of the protagonist change. But like, if you take all that away, it's still a really good game.
Yes.
So, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Your turn.
I'm eliminating New Vegas.
New Vegas?
Yes.
I'm going to eliminate... This is going to be a contentious one. I'm going to eliminate Doom, though. Sorry, Ryan.
Ooh, I thought that one would make it.
I like Doom a lot, but I like all these games better than Doom.
I'm going to change Super Mario 64 to Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I forgot Super Mario Bros. 3.
All right, now we're in... How many do we have left? We have 9. We have 9 left.
This is getting into like
terrible.
This is getting into like you're trouncing on sacred ground.
Yeah,
you know, like if you eliminate something that's like highly regarded, you're like, ooh, you know what I mean?
It's gonna hurt me to eliminate any of these games.
I know what you have to eliminate.
I know what I have to do.
I'm not gonna tell them.
All right, I did it
because it's gonna hurt you.
Do you want to tell them?
See, you're eliminating Silent Hill.
Okay, yeah.
And like the reason for that is because you have to. Because if you eliminate anything else, it'd be like blasphemy.
What am I gonna do? Eliminate Chrono Trigger? Like,
you would have to do the same. It would even be worse if it was Final Fantasy VIII.
Though
like, you're eliminating like classic games to get Final Fantasy VIII. In the top.
Though we do have a couple dilemmas now.
Why?
So, I'm noticing that we have.
So for everyone at home, we have Chrono Trigger, StarCraft, Final Fantasy VII, Super Smash Melee, Metal Gear Solid 2, Half-Life, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Super Metroid.
I wasn't intending to do this, but we have a game from a different genre for every single one. None of the games are the same genre.
Well, no, we have 2 RPGs.
I was leading to that. We have 2 RPGs, and they're both real good.
I see.
Do you have 2 out of 5 of the top games of all time be RPGs?
I don't know. Do you?
I guess we'll find out.
I guess it's my decision to what to eliminate.
Yeah.
So okay, so this is going to be a contentious one too, because I can eliminate one that I think. Let me tell you my thought process. Here,
okay.
Okay. I'm thinking the 2 that I'm potentially thinking to eliminate are Smash Melee and Half-Life.
Oh
no! The problem with that is, I like Melee more than Half-Life, but I think Half-Life is like more better, like top 5 material.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, how can you do that to either one of them?
I can't. Like, that's why it's really hard. Or I could eliminate Metal Gear Solid 2, but I really like Metal Gear Solid 2. Or I can eliminate Super Metroid and be the dick that eliminated Super Metroid.
You can't eliminate Super Metroid. Or you could eliminate Mario.
No, I can't do that.
From the whole top
I can't
5.
kill Mario. Like we have to balance like our personal preference with like, you know, what's... I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill Half-Life.
Ouch. Alright, bye
Half-Life
Half-Life.
is gone. I know, that's tough.
There's 7 left.
So
the way it's going to happen is I'm going to eliminate one, then you're going to eliminate one, and then we'll have our list.
And then that'll be it.
So this is the last one I get to eliminate.
Yep. I know which one you're going to do. This is an easy one.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it's not easy, but like... Never mind. You do what you need to do, and I'll make commentary after you do it. I don't want to influence.
Are you sure you know what I'm going to do?
I think I know what you're going to do.
Are you sure?
No. Do what you're going to do.
I think I might surprise you.
Okay, well then do it already.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. What are you eliminating? No! Damn you! You eliminate. So what did you eliminate? Tell me.
I eliminated Metal Gear Solid 2.
Which is awful elimination, but that's fine.
Was that what you were expecting?
No, I thought you were going to eliminate Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VII. One of them. I didn't know which one. But you're letting
No,
me
I'm taking
make
it
that
back.
decision.
I'm taking it back. Wait, I
No,
just
you
realized
can do
something.
that. It's fine.
We have 2 Mario games and 2 RPGs.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
We have 2 Mario games, Melee and Smash Bros.
So? Wait, what do you mean Melee? What are you talking about?
Super Smash Bros. Melee is a Mario game.
It's a fighting game. Oh, we have Smash Brothers and Mario 3? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm thinking between those 2 now.
Why? They're very different games.
I don't think they can both be on there, though.
I don't understand how.
It's weird, yeah.
And I get they're both Nintendo games that have Mario in them, but I mean they play completely differently. I see what you mean. Do what you want. Do what you need to do. You can eliminate Metal Gear Solid 2. It's no hard feelings. I eliminated Final Fantasy 8. We're allowed to kill the other person's favorite games. We've already established.
Final Fantasy 8 is not my favorite game.
Just go crazy. I don't care. You can eliminate.
I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking.
You already did.
It's a big decision. All right. Wait. No. I don't think I want to do it though.
What do you mean? You were so adamant, and now you're not.
I wasn't adamant. I changed my mind. It's okay. All right. Here. I'm going to eliminate Chrono Trigger.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not really.
I'm going to eliminate StarCraft. I'm going to eliminate.
No, you're not.
Oh, this is terrible. This is hurting me.
Choose, I'll yell at you. You do realize that, right?
No, I would never eliminate StarCraft.
Yeah, you were about to.
I know. I had it highlighted.
You were about to flush the game of our childhood down the toilet like that. You know, about to flush StarCraft away. You remember all the good times you had in StarCraft. You're about to throw it all in the trash.
Oh man!
By deleting it.
What am I? Let's just have a
delete
top 7. Let's just have a top 7.
Just delete Metal Gear. It's fine.
I think it's a really good game though, and there's nothing else on this list that's anything like that.
Just eliminate it. It's fine. I won't hate you. Only a little.
I needed Half-Life or Metal Gear Solid 2. I needed.
Why?
There's nothing else like that on the list.
Oh, because they're shooting man games?
Yeah, a shooting man game. I mean, neither of them are shooting man games, but you know what I mean.
I mean, effectively,
yeah.
shooting.
We need a shooter.
We need a shooting game.
Shooting man game.
Shooting man's game.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid 2, tactical shooting.
No, you got Metal Gear Solid 2 in fair and square. I can't eliminate it.
Why?
Because it's, you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
It needed to be either Half-Life or Metal Gear Solid 2. We needed a...
Do we, though?
I mean, I think so.
Well, then there's only one you can eliminate right now that makes sense.
Which one?
It's one of the RPGs.
Yeah, I know.
Because by that same logic, you are thinking
and I
you
am,
can only have
and
one
I am.
RPG.
So
but
what's
the problem with that is then you're going to screw me in the next thing because I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to eliminate.
All right, well, I'm going to have to eliminate an RPG. And all right, so what's the best RPG of all time? Is it Chrono Trigger or is it Final Fantasy VII?
Well, I mean, I know the answer to that, but I don't know if you do.
I do. I know which one I enjoyed more, though.
Go with your heart. We're in top 10. You got to go with your heart on top 10. Yes. So you eliminated what?
Final Fantasy VII.
Yes. And so Chrono Trigger's now at the top.
Chrono Trigger is the best RPG ever made.
I think Chrono Trigger is objectively the better game.
So do I, but I did enjoy playing Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong.
More.
I did too. But like I said, you got to consider all these
Yeah.
factors.
When you consider all the factors, Chrono Trigger is better.
Now you completely screwed me.
Yeah, you're...
Because I have no idea.
You're totally
Chrono
screwed.
Trigger, StarCraft, Smash Brothers, Melee, Metal Gear Solid 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Super Metroid. Like, this isn't unfair.
Can I tell you what you can't... I'll give you two that you're not allowed to touch.
Yes, tell me.
StarCraft and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with
You're not allowed to touch those. Any other one you can do.
So, I think, like, logically, there's an obvious one that I should eliminate.
Yeah.
It's Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
But... in my heart of hearts...
Can you really eliminate Super Smash Bros.?
That's not what I want to eliminate. In my heart of hearts, I would rather eliminate Super Mario Brothers or Super Metroid.
Yeah.
But Super Mario Brothers and Super Metroid are, like, generally agreed upon to be, like, two of the best games ever.
Mm-hmm. What did we personally play more of? Mario games or Melee? I think... pretty much everyone that plays Nintendo games has played more Melee than any Mario game, probably, right?
I mean, I don't know if I would agree with that. I would agree that maybe you play more Melee than you do a single Mario game, yeah. Because, I mean, you play it for, like, ever.
Yeah.
Like, I've definitely had more playtime on Super Smash Bros. Melee than I have in Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah, same.
You know? But
maybe
if we combine every Mario game, I don't know. That's a tough call. You know what I mean?
I think it might still be higher on Melee.
You see what I mean?
I do.
Right? Oh, man, this is tough. Okay.
We can't have 3 Nintendo games.
Yes, we can. Nintendo is, like, my favorite developer.
They're
But I agree.
Yeah.
It's not that we can't have 3. It's that we don't have room for 3.
Yes.
It's that if we have 3, then we sacrifice other things that are obviously, really good.
I see what you're about to do.
I'm going to do it. Ah! I did it!
Oh, no.
I can't believe I did that. I should have eliminated Metal Gear Solid 2, but I can't do that because that's, like, one of my favorite games.
Yeah, and it needed to be there.
I eliminated Super Mario Bros. 3.
You killed Mario from the top 5.
This is a really interesting list.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like, some of them are, like, obviously the best games ever. Like, Chrono Trigger, Super Metroid, like, very much agreed upon that, like, really good, top 5, top 10 material games. But then there's some more interesting picks, like StarCraft, probably on a lot of people's top 10, but it's a little more of a dark horse pick.
Yes.
But then Smash Melee is, like, out of left field. Like,
yes.
Top 5 material. And I think a lot of people do like Metal Gear Solid 2 a lot, but I don't know if that's on a lot of top 10 lists either.
I personally probably would have picked Half-Life over Metal Gear Solid 2, but you eliminated Half-Life.
Too late.
So, good pick.
So we got...
I did really like Metal Gear Solid 2, though.
So why don't you read the final thing? The final count.
The final list is Chrono Trigger, StarCraft, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Super Metroid. Now we have to order them.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, StarCraft, we're just assuming this is Brood War, right?
Yeah.
Brood War contains the original, too. It's, like, part of the thing. So now we have to order this list somehow.
Do you want to go from bottom to top or top to bottom, or...
I want to do 5 first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I will start, since you ended the last one.
All right, let's do it.
Number 5 is Melee.
Fair enough. Number 4 is Metal Gear Solid 2.
And this is when it gets tricky. Personal preference is going to play a big part in
That's fine.
what I'm
Just
about
do
to
it.
do.
Just do it. Just do it. I know what you're going to do. Just do it.
You know what I'm going to do?
It's not blasphemy. Just do it.
Do you know
just
which one?
Yes, I know which one you're doing. Just
do you know which one?
Yes, I think I do. Do it. Just do it.
I don't know which one.
Do it now.
Do it now. Okay, I'm doing it to
Let's do it. Do it now. Do it now. Go. Do it.
Super Metroid is number 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to do. All right, well, this is easy. StarCraft is 2.
Chrono Trigger is the best game ever made.
I think that is a really good list, actually, now that we look at it. What is going on with this thing? Whatever. It's just be weird. Yeah, yes. This is what I... Wait, this is ordered poorly.
Ah!
We need to redo this.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll fix it. Ah. There.
Okay, so this has been a very long episode.
That's okay. And then 6, I'm gonna put down
Super Mario Brothers 3.
It's number 6. See, there we go. Well, we did it
saved.
somehow.
So number 1 best game ever made is Chrono Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Second best game ever made is StarCraft Brood War.
It's a very interesting pick.
Number 3 best game ever made is Super Metroid. Number 4 best game ever made is Metal Gear Solid 2. And the last one, number 5, is Super Smash Bros. Melee.
This was really hard.
I think it's a pretty good list, though.
You know, I will say that the number 1, I think, is a really good. Like, I don't know how we got there, but that was a good pick.
Yeah, 1 is fine.
Chrono Trigger, it might be objectively the best game ever made.
And thinking of it this way, the list would be a lot different if Final Fantasy VII was at the top. I'm glad it's Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII
isn't the best game ever made.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we played Chrono Trigger for the first time?
Yeah.
We played it for like 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
I think it was more than that.
We thought we were going to beat it.
In one sitting. We almost did. Because it's only like a 20-something hour game. We got like halfway through.
Yeah.
In one sitting. It's a good game, man.
We liked all the characters. We liked Frog a lot.
Frog is the best. Everybody knows that. Magus.
Yeah, we did get Magus in our first playthrough because we looked up how to get him.
Shh, don't say that.
I'm sorry.
we figured it out on our own.
All by ourselves on our first playthrough.
And we revived Chrono on our own without any help from the internet. And all that stuff. And got the best ending. Yes. Wow, this was a really good list. I'm proud of us.
I'm happy with the
Chrono
list.
Trigger number 1. I'm surprised StarCraft got to number 2, but
I'm not.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but like, I think for us it's not surprising, but for like best game of all time, it's not.
It's a surprising choice.
Yeah, I'm surprised Super Smash Bros. Melee made top 5 too.
Yeah, I am a little bit.
I'm happy about it,
Same.
but I'm surprised. It's a good game. Okay, well, there you have it, folks. Those are our favorite games of all time.
And objectively, the best games of all time.
And objectively, because 2 people just did it, and when 2 people do something, it's obviously objective truth. So.
Yeah, especially when these 2 people do it.
Yes, when we do it, it's just that's the gospel. The word is gospel.
You can't argue with it.
Point. Nope, you really can't. All right, well, that concludes the game of the week. Any closing remarks that you want to say?
Who won?
I think you won this one.
I think I did win.
I think you won because you killed really good games.
Yes.
And you had the balls to destroy.
I took Final Fantasy VII off of the top games of all time list.
You did it. You did that somehow. And you took a lot of other you killed a lot of other games in the process. You know.
Okay, so we have our winner, we have our list.
Yeah, it's you.
I think it's time to wrap up the show. Is there any closing thoughts?
What's the score right now?
The score? It's like 3-5. 98 plus
98 to 53, I think is the score.
I guess now it's 98 to 54.
Oh, 98. That's right. So you're still behind quite a bit, but that's okay.
Oh well.
You'll catch up one of these days. Next episode probably.
Next episode.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching episode 3 of Doing It Live. I'm TIMEBAT.
I'm Bat Snacks. See you.
Tune in next time. We'll talk about some other random shit, and it'll be good.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.